Hello, I'm going to describe our recent 6-day vacation in the island of Kauai, Hawaii. I'm hoping this video will be useful to people who are considering going for a vacation to this wonderful island. Kauai is a small island that is about 80 miles across. Most likely you will arrive at the airport in the main city, Lehua, and continue to pick up your rental car, which is a must on this island. There is one main highway circling the entire island, but it is disconnected on the northwest due to the Kauai Coast mountains. There are a couple of things to keep in mind when selecting the place of your accommodation. The North Coast features a beautiful and lush nature and wonderful beaches. This is a place for you if you want to have a laid-back vacation and wish to spend most of the time on the beach or in the resort. The south side has a more deserty and dry feel to it, but there are many attractions and adventures to be found around here. I would recommend staying somewhere on the east side, as you will most likely want to split your time 50-50 between the south and the north part. We stayed at the Kauai Beach Resort, which we were overall very happy with. The Beachman Common area was very beautiful and contained swimming pools and hot tubs. It also featured bar and a beach. We wasted no time and started off our first day with scuba diving. We are certified divers, but the company we went with, called Seasport Divers, also offered scuba diving even for beginners. This was an unforgettably beautiful experience. We spotted a small shark, many exotic fishes and corals, and even an octopus, but my personal highlight was when a giant turtle swam so close to me that I could touch it. If you feel adventurous enough, don't waste time snorkeling and skip right to diving. On the second day, we decided to check out the Waimea Canyon. Once you endure the twisting way up the hills, you will be presented with beautiful vistas and panoramas that are impossible to fully capture on film. I recommend that you drive out very early because the single-lane road can easily fill up later in the day with tourists. It is also easy to fall into the trap of stopping too much too early. I recommend that you drive all the way up to Kauai Lookout and then slightly beyond all the way to the very top first, because otherwise you may end up spending all day looking for a parking spot. Make sure to not miss the 1-mile hiking trail all the way at the very top. It provides beautiful and scenic lookouts along the way. You will also notice interesting rocks, plants, and chicken. Yes, 4,000 feet all the way up, many chicken. But more on this later. Later in the day we decided to drive up to the North Shore. We checked out some scenic sights and then swam around in the Hanalei Bay Beach. It started to get dark, so we made our way down to Hideaway's Beach right below the St. Regis Princeville Resort. This was one of the most beautiful beaches we found in Kauai. It featured great scenery, soft sand, small coral reef, and front row tickets to the sunset. Our dose of adventure for the third day consisted of an excellent kayaking trip with a company called Kayak Waialua. This was definitely the adventure that gave us the most bang for the buck. We kayaked 2.5 miles on a quiet river and then hiked a mile or so through the forest until we reached a beautiful waterfall.
It's working.
Oh shit. Okay, this isn't working at all.
No, we're going.
In the afternoon, we went down to Poipu to do some shopping and to check out the famous spouting horn. Refreshments consisted of the famous shaved ice and coconut. Later in the evening, we stopped by the museum to learn more about the history of Kauai. We had dinner at Duke's, which is positioned at a scenic location down near the Hyatt Hotel. On the fourth day, we set out to explore the Kauai Coast from the ocean with a company called Captain Andy's. They offer various packages, but we booked the adrenaline-filled bumpy and crazy rafting tour expedition. I was not able to record much footage from the raft because I spent most of my time holding on for my dear life. The Kauai Coast is filled with caves around the edges, which we got to see up close. We landed on the beach for a delicious Hawaiian lunch, snorkeling, and a guided tour around the remains of an old Hawaiian village. Along the way, we spotted giant turtles casually lounging on the beach, and even gravity-defying mountain goats that somehow descended from the vertical mountain to join in for the lunch. After the tour, we made our way all the way to the north to the very end of the highway, which ends at the Kea Beach. This is also where the famous 11-mile Kalalau Trail begins. Unfortunately, it was getting too dark for us to go down the dangerous trail, so we stayed at the Kea Beach and waited for the scenic sunset. To top it all off, we decided to book a helicopter tour of the island on our last day with safari helicopters. This was an expensive but unforgettable experience. We got to visit all the places we've been to over the last few days and see them from the top all over again. Except this time, it was against the backdrop of the entire island and the ocean. Other than the canyon and the Kauai Coast, we got to see the Kea Beach all over again and also the Hanalei Day. I warmly recommend that you go on a tour if you can spare the money, as almost 80% of the entire island is inaccessible by foot. I also recommend going on your very last day, or it can easily ruin all the sights for you, as it is impossible to get a more scenic look. After the helicopter tour, we headed back to Waialua River, where we went kayaking just a few days ago, and took a closer look at a rebuilt Hawaiian village. We got a great tour of several huts and got a sense of what life was like in a Hawaiian village. I also tried out my talents for being a warrior. Not bad. We concluded the day by visiting the local market in Kapa, bought a bunch of fruit, and headed back to the hotel for a quick drink as we were flying back in a few hours. Kauai is a beautiful island full of scenic, open areas, lush nature, wonderful little towns, and many companies that offer adventure. A couple of places we discovered that are also worth mentioning is a delicious fruit stand in Kapa that offers fruits, including coconuts, and a small place called Fish Express, which sells delicious, fresh, raw fish. I'll leave you with a footage reel of the most amusing aspect of Kauai. Kauai is a place that is filled with chickens that roam free, which brought us endless laughs. You will find them roaming around towns, highways, fields, beaches, deep in the forest, and you will even find them all the way on the highest peaks of the island. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also hope that I convinced you that whether you're looking for a laid-back or adventurous vacation in untamed nature far away from shopping malls, you cannot go wrong with choosing Kauai.